Grand evening. Grand evening. How you guys doing tonight? I'm in southern Texas, in the Houston area, in the burbs. And the temperature right now is in the low 40s tonight. But I'm actually happy that we've gotten down to the low 40s because it kills all of our pest insects that are outside in my larger aquaponic systems that were eating all my growing mustard greens, my growing giant red mustard greens, my giant red mustard greens I'm growing in my aquaponics, and my tree collards and all that, and my cabbage. The insects were just destroying everything because it was so warm here in late fall that they were just exploding. Now they're gone. They're gone finally. And what you're looking at right now is, as you can already see, these two boards. This is actually was one board. It was one plank of African mahogany wood. One 8-foot plank, one 8-foot long plank, I should say, and 1-foot wide plank that I cut in half and made two 4-foot planks so I can go ahead and get them ready to be turned into a DIY wooden pot, a large DIY wooden pot. So everything's done. These two 4-foot long, 1-foot wide boards have been stained with organic natural tung oil. This African wood, mahogany wood, it's been stained with tung oil, which brings out the nice, it darkens it up. It brings out all that dark color. Darkens it up real nice, like it's dark right now. So it's all been stained with tung oil, and it's all been also two coats of gloss, urethane gloss has been put on top on both sides too. So it's done. Nice, shiny and done. Stained good, nice. African mahogany is a very, very hard wood from Africa, African mahogany. This is one of the woods that you can use outdoors. You can use for outdoors to make things with because it's a hardwood. It will not deteriorate. Insects will not eat it. Plus, I put the tung oil on it to stain it, which deter lots of insects, and I covered it up with the gloss paint. So, well, not paint, but gloss cover, shiny clear cover. So, what I'm going to do is make one large wooden pot out of this 8-foot board that's been cut up. So it's going to be cut again. These two 4-foot long sections are going to be cut. It's going to be cut, and I'm going to make 4 2-foot long sections. And those 4 2-foot long sections will be stapled together with the electric nail gun and form a pot. One pot. 2 feet long and 1 feet deep all the way around. 2 feet on each side and 1 foot deep. So that's my next step. So, and I'm enjoying this journey of continuing to make my own wooden pots the way I want to make them with hardwood. And I'm using red eastern cedar or cypress wood, which is another hardwood. I'm using African mahogany wood, this one. And I'm also going to use what's called white oak, another very good hardwood. And I want to use teak, but it's hard to find teak at a very good price. Teak is expensive too. So I'm trying to find a wood supplier who can sell me, some teak to make my wooden pots out of. So I'm thinking maybe tomorrow or sometime this week to cut these 2 4-foot long boards into 2 feet long boards, 4. So then I'll go ahead and start putting the pot together from the 2-foot long boards. There'll be 4 2-foot long boards that have to be put together to make the pot. And then I have to make the bottom of the pot. And I probably going to use, I have some leftover eastern red cypress for the bottom piece that I have to get that all done. So the journey continues. I was just in my garage checking on my large grow tents with all my fruit trees and so forth in there. My temperature thermostat I just turned the heater on automatically. It's set to turn it off and on depending on the temperature. Everything's working good in there, and trees are looking awesome inside that grow tent. I'm loving my new low watt LED plant lights. I'm loving them because it doesn't take much electricity to power those new lights. 14 watt lights and 11 watt lights. Very low consumption. And I'm looking forward to getting the other one set up like I have the one that's already set up in there. And I'm also going to be bringing, now that I have better lighting now, which I was waiting to get, I'm now going to put an aquaponics system back in the garage inside one of my other grow tents because I have better lighting. That was my issue because I run most of my lighting in there off my DIY solar power generators that I built. So they're all off grid. So now that I have the new LED plant lighting that runs on a lot lower wattage, now I can start growing more indoors in my garage with my aquaponics system also. So I'm going to set one of those up here in the near future. So you guys have a nice night. Grow some food the way you want to grow food. And I'm looking forward to making more of these pots. I'm making this size pot for all my my dwarf peach trees. All my dwarf peach trees are going to be in these 2-foot wide pots all the way around. So, and 1 foot deep. They'll be in these larger pots I'm making. So I'm taking my time and making them the way I want to make them nice, because with the hardwood I'm using, the red eastern cedar hardwood, this African mahogany hardwood, and the white oak hardwood, they will last for decades outside. This is hardwood. It's not regular wood. That's why hardwood is way more expensive, because this wood will not be bothered too much by the weather, especially if you tongue oil it, tongue oil stain it, and you put your acrylic gloss. This will last. These pots will last for decades, people. It's hardwood. So when you're using wood, you can't use soft wood outside to make anything, because soft wood it's a soft wood. The insects will eat it. It'll deteriorate in the weather, rain and all that. You have to use hardwood. So Until next time, grow some food the way you want to grow food. So I'm looking forward to getting this larger size pot done, and showing it to you guys how good it looks, and it's going to look real good with peach trees in each one of these spots growing out. I make my own. I make my own bonsai soil too. I do that on my own too. I use my own ingredients that I've learned to use from going to seminars and listen to people who grow fruit trees in pots. You know, especially people who grow large dwarf fruit trees in bonsai pots. You know, I listen to a lot of the bonsai masters, and I made my own bonsai soil from what they've given me ideas on how to make it, and it's not that hard. It's pretty easy actually. So until next time, grow some food the way you want to grow food.